Hello, my friends, and welcome to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World. It is time, it's Thursday night, I'm pretty sure, and it's time for History Maker Baseball Franchise All-Star Season action, and we got a good one for you tonight. A couple of teams battling for the lead in the Eastern Division. Both are chasing the undefeated Toronto Blue Jays, who are 5-0 in the early going. But we are at Shea Stadium tonight, where the Boston Red Sox, with a record of 4-1, are coming to call to the New York Mets, who are just a game behind them at 3-2. The pitching matchup, it's their aces. Pedro Martinez on the mound for the Red Sox against Tom Seaver for the Mets. Very exciting. Couple of all-time right-handers on the mound tonight. That means, of course, we'll have a game that's 17-15, but we'll see what happens. In the description for this video is the link to the Play Games website, where you can find History Maker Baseball and the franchise all-star sets that they have to offer. Also in the description for this video is the link to my channel membership. Remember, with membership to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World, you get access to videos that subscribers can't see, including special reports, playing tips, game demos, tutorials, book reviews, and a big archive of stuff just waiting for you to check out. Also, as a channel member, you get discounts in my secondary store, $10 off per season set, $2 off per team, and you get a free gift from me every month as a thank you for being a channel member. So check that out. That link is in the description for this video as well. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field at Shea Stadium and check out the lineups and the batting orders and roll Thursday night History Maker Franchise All-Star Baseball. For the visiting Boston Red Sox, Wade Boggs leads off at third base. Jimmy Fox bats second at DH. Ted Williams bats third in left field. Carl Yastrzemski cleans up at first base. Jim Rice bats fifth in right field. We got Fred Lynn batting sixth. He's going to play center. Carlton Fisk bats seventh. He'll catch. Nomar Garciaparra bats eighth. He's at short. And Bobby Doerr bats ninth. He'll play second base. On the mound, it's Pedro Martinez. In his 2000 season, he was 18-6 with a 1.74 ERA in 29 starts and 284 strikeouts. All right, for the homestanding Mets, Tommy Agee leads off in center. Cleon Jones bats second and left. Keith Hernandez bats third at first base. And Mike Piazza cleans up and catches. Darryl Strawberry bats fifth and right. David Wright bats sixth at third. Rusty Staub is the DH. He'll bat seventh. Edgardo Alfonso bats eighth. He's at second. And Bud Harrelson bats ninth. He'll play shortstop. On the mound, it's Tom Seaver. Pretty tough to pick his best year, but this is 1971 when he was 20-10. With a 1.76 ERA and 289 strikeouts of his own. Unbelievable. All right. Hot and cold. Carl Yastrzemski's hot for the Red Sox. Carlton Fisk is cold, and Ted Williams gets the cleanup hitter designation. For the Mets, Keith Hernandez gets the cleanup hitter designation. Mike Piazza's hot. Darryl Strawberry's cold. The umpires for tonight's game here in Shea Stadium. The home plate umpire is Bob Motley. At first base, it's Doug Harvey. At second base, Bruce Fremming. And at third base, Emmett Ashford. The ballpark we're in is Shea Stadium, and the dimensions there are normal for both lefty and righty batters. Coming into tonight's game, the Red Sox lost their last game, so they are semi-dissonant. And the Mets lost their last game. They are also semi-dissonant. This is Game 6 for both teams. And the Red Sox are a game out of first place. The Mets are 2 back. Wade Boggs steps into the batter's box against Tom Terrific. And we are off and running at Shea Stadium. And the pitch is swung on by Boggs, and that's going to be a base hit to left field. It drops in front of Cleon Jones, and we're underway. Jimmy Fox comes to the plate as the Mets infield moves to double play depth. Tom Seaver, the stretch, he checks Boggs. He's not going anywhere, and the delivery to Jimmy Fox, and he strikes out Fox with the upstairs cheese. One gone in the top of the first. Now it's Ted Williams. Boggs hangs on at first base. Seaver the stretch, and the pitch to Ted Williams is a ball 4. Down to second goes Boggs. Down to first goes Williams. 2 on for the Red Sox. And now they've got a golden opportunity here in the first to take an early lead. Seaver the stretch, and the pitch to Yaz, the cleanup hitter tonight. And this is swung on by Yaz. It's a ground ball to first. Gloved by Keith Hernandez, but slowly hit. He's going to take it to the bag unassisted for out number 2. Advancing to third is Boggs. Advancing to second is Williams. And Jim Rice comes to the plate. First base is open. If the Red Sox are going to get an early lead, they need a clutch 2-out hit from Rice. The pitch by Seaver is swung on and popped up. This wouldn't be a home run in a phone booth. Keith Hernandez in fair territory is calling and taking for out number 3. Well, the Red Sox threaten but don't score in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of inning number 1, and it's the Red Sox nothing and the Mets coming to bat. It'll be A.G., Jones, and Hernandez coming up for the Mets in the bottom of the first against Pedro. The delivery by Pedro is strike 3 swinging. Oh, he got him on a bender, and Tommy A.G. goes back to the dugout not happy with himself. Here's Cleon Jones coming to the plate now. And Cleon is playing left field tonight. The delivery. And a strikes out Jones with the upstairs cheese. 2 down. And now Keith Hernandez, the batter. The Mets first baseman hitting third tonight. And the delivery by Pedro. And struck him out on a dead fish changeup, and that will retire the side. A perfect first inning for Pedro. We go to inning number 2, and your score, the Red Sox nothing and the Mets nothing. Tom Terrific gets Fred Lynn, Carlton Fisk, and Nomar Garciaparra in his second inning of work. The windup by Tom Terrific, and the delivery is swung on by Lynn and hit to first. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm wrong. I am wrong. That is swung on by Lynn and hit to center. Under it is Tommy A.G., and he will make the catch for out number 1. Carlton Fisk, the batter now. And the delivery by Seaver is swung on by Fisk and popped up. Edgardo Alfonso in short right field is calling and taking for out number 2. That brings up Nomar with nobody on base. Bobby Dorr would be next. Seaver kicks and delivers to the Red Sox shortstop. And it is a ground ball hit to second. That's gobbled up by Alfonso. He sidearms it to Keith Hernandez to retire the side. Well, Seaver responds with a 1-2-3 inning of his own. We go to the bottom of the second. No score at Shea. Pedro will face Piazza, Strawberry, and Wright in the Mets' second inning. The wind and the delivery. And he strikes out Piazza. 1 down in the Mets' second inning. And here's Straw. And the pitch to him. And he strikes out Strawberry with the upstairs cheese. That's 5 strikeouts to start the ball game, and here comes David Wright, Captain America. The delivery by Pedro to the Mets third baseman. And let's see, is Fisk gold? I don't think he is. He's semi-gold, and he strikes out David Wright. 6 strikeouts to start the ball game for Pedro. My goodness. We go to inning number 3, and we've got, in the early going at least, we've got that pitcher's duel that I thought we might get. No score at Shea. Bobby Doerr, Wade Boggs, and Jimmy Fox coming up in the Boston third inning, 9-1-2. The wind and the delivery to Bobby Doerr is swung on and popped up. In short center field, that's Edgardo Alfonso, and he will take it for out number 1. All right, Wade Boggs has the only hit in the ball game, and he's up there now. The windup by Seaver and the delivery. And let's see. That will be strike 3 swinging by Boggs. Second strikeout for Seaver, and Jimmy Fox comes to the plate. Seaver has now retired 7 in a row himself. The wind and the delivery by Seaver to Double X. The man they called Double X is a ground ball to third. That's David Wright. He gloves it by the third base bag and fires across the diamond to Keith Hernandez to retire the Red Sox in inning number 3. Nothing across for Boston. We go to the bottom of the third. And Seaver and Martinez pretty much matching each other pitch for pitch, although Pedro with 6 strikeouts to open the game. Here's Rusty Staub. The wind and the delivery by Pedro Martinez. And he strikes out Staub for number 7. 7 strikeouts to open the ball game. Here's Edgardo Alfonso. Fonzie at the plate. Pedro deals to Edgardo Alfonso. And let's see. Yeah, there we go. That is swung. He made contact. How about that? Grounded to Boggs, who charges and fires to Yaz at first to retire Alfonso. That's the first time a Met player has made an out in fair territory. Here comes Pedro. Dealing to Bud Harrelson. The delivery is swung on by Bud, and that's hit to left, but not deep. Coming in a few steps is Ted Williams, and he will make the catch for out number 3. 9 up and 9 down to start the ball game for Pedro. We go to inning number 4. It's the Mets nothing and the Red Sox nothing. Tom Seaver will face the meat of the Red Sox order in the 4th inning. Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, and Jim Rice. Seaver kicks and deals to Ted Williams, the splendid splinter. And A strikes out Williams for strikeout number 3 for Seaver. 1 down in the 4th. Now it's Yaz. Seaver kicks and deals to the 1967 MVP. And he strikes out Yaz. That's number 4 for Tom Terrific. 2 down in the Red Sox 4th. Here comes the 78 MVP, Jim Rice. The delivery to him is going to be a ground ball hit to first. That's Keith Hernandez to his right. He gloves it and feeds Seaver covering to retire the side. The Red Sox go down in order in the 4th. In fact, Seaver has now retired 11 Red Sox batters in a row. We go to the bottom of inning number 4. Mets nothing, Red Sox nothing. Top of the order coming for the Mets. Nobody's reached base for the Metropolitans today. It'll be A.G., Jones, and Hernandez in the Mets' 4th inning. Pedro delivers. Swung on, and that is a base hit to left for AG. That's the first Mets hit and the first Mets base runner here in the ballgame. All right, Pedro now facing Cleon Jones. We're going to see if Tommy A.G. is active. He is not. Pedro the stretch and the delivery to Cleon. Is going to be a base hit to right field. That drops in front of Jim Rice. Around second, going to third is A.G., and the Mets all of a sudden have runners at the corners with nobody out here in the fourth. And Keith Hernandez coming to the plate. The Red Sox are going to bring the corners in. At first and third, Yaz and Boggs will play in on the grass. Everybody else back at double played up. The stretch and the delivery to Hernandez is going to be swung on by Keith, and that is hit to the outfield. We'll have some outfield drama, and that is to center. Coming in is Freddie Lynn, and he will make the catch. Tagging at third is Tommy A.G., and he's coming home. Lynn's throw on one hop to Carlton Fisk is late, and that is a sacrifice fly that puts the Mets in front 1-0 here in the fourth. Cleon Jones stays at first base, and now it'll be Mike Piazza coming to the plate, and the entire Red Sox infield is now at double played up for the Mets catcher. The stretch and the delivery by Pedro. And we'll have some plate drama. We're having a lot of drama here in a row here. And this is... it's a taken for a strike. Framed nicely by Carlton Fisk. And now we're going to do an umpire check. With a base runner at first base. And this will be... Motley is not strict, and that is a foul tip just off the glove of Carlton Fisk. And Mike Piazza hangs in there. The next delivery by Pedro is swung on. That's hit to center. High but not deep. Fred Lynn is right there and makes the catch for out number 2. Cleon Jones retreats to first, and here's Darryl Strawberry. The stretch by Pedro and the pitch to Straw is ripped by Strawberry, and that's to right and deep. Back goes Rice, warning track, wall, and it's gone. A bomb for Darryl Strawberry to right field. He's been cold, but he's not cold anymore. 3-0 Mets. Pedro, who started out in such dominant fashion, has allowed 3 tallies here in the bottom of the fourth. Now it's David Wright. There are 2 outs. Pedro trying to stop the bleeding. And the delivery to David Wright is ball 4. He walked him. So Pedro might be a little bit rattled by the offensive outburst from the Mets. Rusty Staub comes to the plate. 2 outs, Wright at first. And the stretch by Pedro, and the delivery to La Grande Orange. And that is swung on by Rusty, and that's going to be hit to the outfield. Let's see if the Red Sox can make a play here and get out of the inning. Coming on is Ted Williams. Is he going to get there? He is not. That is going to drop for a base hit. And around second, going to third is David Wright. So the Mets again have runners at the corners. There is stirring in the Red Sox bullpen, but nobody throwing yet. Edgardo Alfonso comes to the plate with 2 outs and Mets at the corners. Pedro the stretch and the delivery to Fonzie is a ground ball that is hit to third base. That's Boggs. He's going to fire across the diamond to Yaz and retire the side. But a good inning for the Mets. After such a lifeless start to the ball game for their offense, they put 3 up on the board on 4 hits. They leave 2. We go to the 5th inning, and your score, the Mets 3 and the Red Sox nothing. And all of a sudden, Tom Seaver has a little bit of an embarrassment of riches here. He's only allowed 1 hit. He's allowed 2 base runners, nothing since the 1st inning. It'll be Lynn, Fisk, and Nomar coming up in the 5th for the Red Sox. The windup and the delivery by Tom Seaver is going to be swung on by Freddie Lynn and popped up. That's Edgardo Alfonso on the infield dirt, and he's got it for out number 1. Carlton Fisk, the man they call Pudge, is up there now. He's 0 for 1. The delivery to him by Seaver is ball 4. He walked him. So the Red Sox break Seaver's consecutive batters retired streak at 12. And Nomar comes to the plate. 1 on, 1 out for the Red Sox. The Mets looking for a twin killing. Tom Seaver, the stretch and the delivery. Swung on and a jam job pop-up on the infield dirt. That's Bud Harrelson calling and taking for out number 2. Fisk holds on at first. And now it's Bobby Doerr. Seaver, the stretch, and the pitch to the second baseman for the Red Sox today is popped up. Another jam job. Way in his kitchen, Alfonso in short right, calling and taking for out number 3. So after the Mets take the lead in the bottom of the 4th, Seaver delivers a shutdown inning in the top of the 5th. We're halfway through this one. We got a good one at Shea. Your score is the Mets 3 and the Red Sox nothing. Harrelson, Agee, and Jones coming up for the Red Sox in the 5th. The windup by Pedro, looking for a recovery inning here, is swung on by Harrelson and popped up. That is Carl Yastrzemski, just barely in fair territory for out number 1. Tommy Agee's 1 for 2, and he's up there now, and I'm throwing dice all over the room. The delivery to him is swung on, and that's popped up. Another chance for Yaz, and he's got it for out number 2. Cleon Jones, the batter now, he's 1 for 2. The delivery by Pedro is a grounder to second. That's gobbled up by Bobby Doerr. He flips it to Yaz, and the side is retired. Pedro indeed gets a little bit of a recovery inning in the 5th. We go to the 6th, and your score is the Mets 3 and the Red Sox nothing. Top of the order coming for Boston in the 6th, it's Boggs, Fox, and Williams. They've been on base twice collectively in 6 trips. The wind-up and the delivery by Tom Seaver is popped up. And that's Alfonso one more time in short center. He's got it for out number 1. Jimmy Fox is 0 for 2. He's up there now. The splendid Splinter is on deck. The pitch to Fox is ball 4. So Fox reaches base for the first time. The Red Sox have a base runner with 1 out. Here's Ted Williams. He has walked once and struck out once. Carl Yastrzemski is on deck. Seaver, the stretch, and the delivery is swung on, and that's a jam job pop-up. Williams pops it up. Bud Harrelson in short left field will take it for out number 2. Fox still at first. Here's Yaz at the plate. Seaver's only allowed 1 base hit. It was Boggs to open the game. Nothing since then for the Red Sox. The delivery to Wade Boggs is a base hit for Yastrzemski. That will, let's see, that's going to get Fox to stop at second. 2 on with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th, and here comes Jim Rice. His 1978 season is worth another look. .315 average, 46 home runs, 15 triples. This guy was 213 hits. He had about 4,000 total bases that year. He's 0 for 2 in this game, but he represents the tying run at the plate at the moment. Tom Seaver, the stretch, and the delivery to Rice is swung on and missed for strike 3. Seaver blows him away. That's number 5 for Seaver in the strikeout category for this ball game. 5.5 are in the books. And your score, the Mets 3 and the Red Sox nothing. Meat of the Mets order coming up against Pedro in the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Hernandez, Piazza, and Darryl Strawberry. The wind by Pedro and the delivery. Swung on and a base hit for Hernandez. A 64 hopper out to Fred Lynn, who collects it and gets it back in. Mike Piazza comes to the plate. Double play depth for the Red Sox infield. Stirring again in the Red Sox bullpen. Pedro, the stretch and the delivery, is swung on and missed. He got him. That retires Piazza on strikes. That is number 8 for Pedro, but the first strikeout that he has registered since the 3rd inning. Now it's Strawberry, who homered in the 4th. The delivery by Pedro to Straw, and he strikes out. Strawberry looking. He burned off the outside corner. 2 down, and now 9 strikeouts for Pedro. Here comes Wright at 0 for 1. Hernandez still at first. The stretch by Pedro and the delivery is swung on by Wright and hit to center. Back goes Lynn. He's near the track and makes the catch for out number 3. One more biscuit for breakfast, and Wright hits that one over the out of here to center. Sorry, no triangle at Shea. Instead, we go to the 7th inning, and your score, the Mets 3 and the Red Sox nothing. Seaver will face Lynn, Fisk, and Nomar in the Red Sox 7th, the 6, 7, 8 batters. Seaver kicks and deals to Fred Lynn, and I am continuing my annoying habit of throwing dice all over the room. Here is the, oh boy, this is going to be memorable plays in the field. Got to re-roll on our chart here and see what the Mets can do here. This is hit to first. That is Hernandez. And what a play by Keith on the line drive by Fred Lynn. That one was ticketed for right field, but a nice play by Hernandez makes out number 1 in the Red Sox 7th inning. Seaver dominating a historically great Red Sox lineup here today. Through 6 1/3. He has allowed 2 hits, he's walked 2, and he struck out 5. The wind and the delivery by Seaver to Carlton Fisk is a base hit to right field. That drops in front of Strawberry, and the Red Sox have their 3rd hit of the game and a 1-out 7th inning base runner. Here's Nomar. Garciaparra is 0 for 2. Seaver, the stretch and the delivery. And that is strike 3. Swinging Seaver gets him on a yacker. Number 6 for Tom. And here's Bobby Doerr, who's popped up to Alfonso twice. He's had trouble getting around on Seaver. Fisk still at first. Seaver, the stretch and the delivery. Is strike 3 swinging. Number 7 for Seaver. That ends the Red Sox 7th inning. We are going to stretch them out at Shea with your score, the Mets 3 and the Red Sox nothing. In the Red Sox bullpen, Ellis Kinder is warming up. He's a right-hander, of course. But Pedro is out for the 7th inning. He will face the bottom third of the Mets order. It'll be Staub, Alfonso, and Harrelson Dew against him as the Mets look to build on their 3-run lead. Pedro kicks and delivers to Rusty Staub. And this will be strike 3 swinging on a dead fish changeup, number 10 for Pedro, and that'll bring up Alfonso. Pedro kicks and delivers to Fonzie, and he strikes out for number 11 on the cheese. Pedro gave him the broccoli cauliflower medley gas. Now Bud Harrelson. Bud is 0 for 2, but he's made contact. Not everybody can say that. The delivery by Pedro to Bud Harrelson is a comebacker to Pedro. He gloves it and takes a couple steps toward Yaz and then throws him the ball to complete a 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th inning. We go to the 8th and your score, Mets 3, Red Sox nothing. Red Sox have the top of the order coming up, Boggs, Fox, and Williams. The Mets bullpen is quiet at the moment. Seaver throwing a 3-hitter against this Boston lineup. Boggs is 1 for 3. Seaver kicks and delivers to Wade Boggs. And it's a line drive caught by David Wright. Wade Boggs trying to go the other way on Seaver, but Wright was right there and makes the catch for out number 1. Jimmy Fox is 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's Seaver's delivery to him. And another smash to David Wright. A tumbling catch this time. 2 down for Boston in the 8th. And Ted Williams comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He has drawn a walk. Carl Yastrzemski would be next. Seaver delivers to the splendid Splinter. And it's a base hit for Williams to right field. Hustling over in a hurry to get it is Darryl Strawberry. And the Red Sox have a 2-out base runner. Here's Yaz. Now Rice would be next. Should Yaz reach? The stretch by Seaver and the delivery to Jim Rice. Or to Carl Yastrzemski, excuse me. And he strikes out Yaz for number 8. That retires the Red Sox in inning number 8. Seaver shutting out the Red Sox lineup through 8 innings. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Mets 3 and the Red Sox nothing. Pedro's going to pitch the 8th. Kinder is ready in the bullpen for Boston. Top of the order coming for the Mets. It's A.G., Jones, and Hernandez. The wind and the delivery to Tommy A.G. Is going to be a strike 3, number 12 for Pedro. A.G. trying to take Pedro deep, and it didn't work very well. Pedro is now on a string of 7 in a row retired. Here's Cleon Jones. Cleon's 1 for 3. The delivery to him is strike 3 swinging. He got Cleon Jones. There's 2 down in the 8th. Now Keith Hernandez. That is number 13 for Pedro, but he still trails in the most important category in the runs department. And the delivery to Hernandez is a base hit to right field. Drops in front of Jim Rice, and the Mets have a 2-out base runner here in the 8th. Mike Piazza comes to the plate. Kinder heating it up in the bullpen. Pedro, they're going to give him one more batter. Strawberry would be next. The stretch and the delivery to Piazza. And he strikes out Piazza to retire the side. Pedro gets the side in the 8th. Sandwiched around a Keith Hernandez 2-out single. So we go to the 9th, and your score, the Mets 3 and the Red Sox nothing, and the Mets faithful giving Tom Seaver a standing O as he heads out to the mound to try and finish the shutout. Tug McGraw is warming up in the Mets bullpen in case he is needed. All right, Jim Rice, Fred Lynn, Carlton Fisk coming up for the Red Sox here in the 9th inning. They are a combined 1 for 8 with a walk. If anybody reaches, Nomar is due. Rice will lead it off at 0 for 3. Seaver kicks and delivers. And that is going to be hit on the ground to short. Gobbled up by Bud Harrelson. He fires to Keith Hernandez for out number 1. 1 away in the Boston ninth. The delivery now to Fred Lynn, who's 0 for 3. The 1975 MVP and Rookie of the Year. It swung on and hit to center and deep. Back goes Tommy Agee, warning track, wall, and it's gone. And Boston is on the board. It's 3-1 Mets. Is Seaver tiring? We don't know. Here's Fisk. And we're going to get, somebody's getting out of the dugout to pinch hit for Nomar. And that, well, we're going to see. Right now, it's Nomar standing in the on-deck circle. Fisk is the batter. He's 1 for 2 of the delivery to Pudge. Is a ground ball to second. That's Alfonso. He flips to Hernandez for out number 2. And we are indeed going to get a pinch hitter for Nomar Garciaparra. And that's going to be Tris Speaker. The Red Sox need a base runner here. Bobby Doerr standing in the on-deck circle. But Speaker will bat here for Garciaparra. With 2 outs in the ninth, he becomes the last chance saloon. Moving into the on-deck circle now, Bobby Doerr called back to the dugout. And moving into the on-deck circle now to bat for Bobby Doerr, should Speaker reach, is Big Papi David Ortiz. All right, Seaver with a deep breath winds and deals to the pinch hitter Tris Speaker. And this is ripped by Speaker, and that is down the line and left, and it's going to rattle around in the corner. Cleon Jones has to go dig it out of there. Speaker cruises into second with a 2-out double in the ninth. Here comes Ortiz. Now, do you let Seaver try and finish it here, or do you bring in McGraw to get an opportunity to go for the save? Ortiz represents the tying run at the plate. Speaker at second. Ortiz is also the last chance saloon in this ball game. All right, the stretch. They're going to leave him in. They're going to let him face Ortiz. The stretch by Seaver. He checks Speaker and delivers to Big Papi. And that is a base hit down the right field line. That is going to score Speaker. It's 3-2 Red Sox on an RBI single by Ortiz. Now Wade Boggs comes to the plate, and we're going to get a new pitcher that's going to do it. It's going to be Tug McGraw taking over here in the ninth inning. Well, Seaver kind of ran out of gas here in the ninth, but he goes 8 2/3 in this game. He allows 7 hits, one of them a home run. He walked 3. He struck out 8. He allowed 2 runs so far. They are both earned. He is in line for the victory if Tug McGraw can nail down the save in this ball game. We are going to get a pinch runner now for Big Papi at first base. And there's not a lot of good candidates on the bench. But it's going to be Dustin Pedroia. So Pedroia runs at first for Ortiz. If Boggs hits a gapper, Pedroia could score from first base. Big Papi? Probably not. All right, so Pedroia with the pinch running duties. McGraw is on. In 1972, Tug McGraw was 8-6 with 27 saves and a 1.70 earned run average. He is on for the save opportunity. Tug has saved 2 ball games in my replay. He is on for his 3rd save. Boggs is 1 for 4. Jimmy Fox would be next. Lefty-lefty matchup here, though. The stretch by Tug and the pitch to Boggs. Is swung on by Boggs. It's a grounder to short. Bud Harrelson gloves it and goes the short way to Alfonso, covering second for a New York Mets winner. In the ninth, the Red Sox get 2 runs. Their rally falls just short. On 3 hits, they leave 1. Let's give you the totals on this Mets victory. For the homestanding Mets, 3 runs on 6 base hits. And they committed no errors. The Red Sox, 2 runs on 7 base hits, and they committed no errors. The winning pitcher is Tom Seaver. His record even now at 1-1. The loss goes to Pedro Martinez. He is now 0-1. The save goes to Tug McGraw. That is his 3rd of the season. With the victory, the Mets are now 4-2, and the Red Sox fall to 4-2. Both teams chasing the undefeated Toronto Blue Jays at 5-0. The winner of the Kurt Berglund's Baseball World Clock Radio is going to be Tom Seaver for this game. In this game, he goes 8 2/3 innings, allows 7 hits, he walked 3, and he struck out 8, and really, for 8 innings of play, dominated an awesome Red Sox lineup. And then turned things over to Tug for the final out in the ball game, and Tug picked up his 3rd save. In the description for this video is the link to the Play Games website where you can check out History Maker Baseball and this set of franchise all-star cards for yourself. Also in the description for this video is the link to channel membership to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World. With channel membership, you get access to members-only videos that subscribers cannot see. You get discounts in the secondary store, $10 off per set, $2 off per individual team, and you get a free gift from me every month as a thank you for being a channel member. But for now, this was a good one. For now, from Shea Stadium in New York, your final, the all-time Mets 3, the all-time Red Sox 2. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. So long, everybody.